Who invented ice cubes? The coolest invention you never thought about. Imagine drinking a soda, a cocktail, or even a glass of water without ice cubes. Doesn't sound refreshing, right? But here's the shocker. Ice cubes had to be invented. And their history is way stranger than you think. For most of human history, ice was a luxury. Romans imported snow from mountains and stored it underground. The Chinese were harvesting ice as far back as 1000 BC. Kings and emperors would flaunt chilled drinks as a status symbol. But ordinary people? They drank everything warm. Fast forward to the 1800s, enter a man named Frederick Tudor, later known as the Ice King. He got rich by cutting huge blocks of ice from frozen lakes in New England and shipping them wrapped in sawdust to hot places like the Caribbean and India. Imagine the insanity of dragging giant chunks of ice across the ocean before refrigeration even existed. People thought he was crazy, till it worked. But there was a problem. Those massive ice blocks melted quickly, and you couldn't just chip them into neat little cubes at home. Drinks were still mostly warm unless you were rich enough to buy whole blocks of ice. That's where Nathaniel Wyeth comes in. In 1844, he invented the ice cube tray, a simple device with dividers that let people freeze water into small, manageable chunks. Suddenly, ice wasn't just for the wealthy, it was for everyone. And with the rise of refrigeration in the 20th century, ice cubes became a normal part of everyday life. But here's the mind-blowing part. Ice cubes didn't just change drinks, they changed food culture. They made iced tea, iced coffee, cocktails, and even fast food possible. Without ice cubes, there would be no Coca-Cola served ice cold, no summer lemonade stands, no frosty margaritas. And of course, we can't ignore the funny side of ice cubes. Silicon trays shaped like skulls, Lego bricks, or even Titanic ships sinking in your glass. People freeze fruit, flowers, or even candy into them. Something so ordinary turned into endless creativity. Now let's talk about the hidden science. Why are ice cubes cloudy in the middle? It's because water freezes from the outside in, trapping tiny air bubbles. That's why crystal clear ice used in fancy cocktails has to be made with special techniques. Even ice has a luxury version. From being a luxury of emperors, to an empire of ice trading, to a simple tray in your freezer, ice cubes went from madness to modern necessity. So next time you hear that satisfying clink in your glass, remember you're not just sipping a cold drink, you're tasting one of the coolest inventions in history.